Hi book lovers, it's Lacey. Welcome back to my channel. So I did my October wrap up last week and I'm a little bit late with doing my October book haul. I usually like to do both of those videos pretty soon after the month ends and pretty close together. But we had some Goodreads stuff to go over last week. And speaking of, it is the voting round for the semifinals for the Goodreads Choice Awards, so go vote if you haven't already. I'm pretty happy with the vote-in nominees. I think there were 4 of them and I read all 4 of them too. So yay! Back to my book haul. I have over 30 books to show you guys that I got last month. I'll try not to make this video too long, so I hope you stick with me. I wanted to start off with some Christmas books, Christmas romances that I got last month. There were quite a bit of them, not mad about that. I am so in the Christmas mood these days. The radio station that I listen to just started playing Christmas music and I'm just jamming out to them when I drive my car. First up, I got 2 Christmas romances from Berkeley Romance. This one, they're both out. This one, A Mackenzie Clan Christmas by Jennifer Ashley, is like a bind up of 2 novellas that are pretty much bonus stories, part of the Mackenzie series, which I freaking love so much. I binged on the first 4 books earlier this year. So good. If you love Highlander romances, Scottish heroes, historical romances, you need to read the series. The first book is The Madness of Lord Ian Mackenzie, and then this one has 2 stories in it, and one of them is about that first couple, Ian and Beth. So it's like a Christmas bonus story for that first couple. Super happy about that. Haven't read it just yet, but I will. I'm also a little bit obsessed with the holiday feel to this. The ribbon, the Scottish plaid, the snow. This one, Someone to Remember by Mary Ballog. This is actually a novella, but it's just the first half and then the second half are all excerpts from the rest of the series. So this one is a second chance romance between 2 older characters, mature characters. I think they're both in their 50s and they first fell in love like 30 years prior. So this is their second chance romance. During their separation, the hero got married, had kids, grandkids, and the heroine pretty much became a spinster. She stayed single to better take care of her ailing mother, but now her mother doesn't need her anymore, and the guy that she loved 30 years ago and she pretty much is still in love with is back in her life. I actually kind of skimmed through this one just because I was intrigued to see how this would play out. It's not like my favorite kind of second chance romance where the hero gets like a whole new life and then the heroine does not and she stays celibate. I don't really like that, but I mean, this is historical romance, so I can't really get mad at that. So I didn't really love this one, but I thought it was really sweet. The love story was really sweet and beautiful. I mean, it lasted 30 years, longer than their age when they first fell in love. Maybe if you love the series, you might love this novella. Next up is Tangled Up in Christmas by Lisa Renee Jones. I am a little bit sad that I can't find the box that this was sent in because I got these really cute Christmas wreath glasses that I wanted to show you guys, but I can't find the freaking box, so the book it is. This is also another second chance romance. The heroine goes back to her small town where her ex-love is living. It's a small town Christmas romance, sounds really cute. This one, the paperback is a 2-in-1 paperback as well. But both are full-length books. The other book is called Santa Baby, also by the same author, so bonus Christmas book, you get 2 in 1. Next is Christmas Angels by Nancy Nagel. This one, the heroine purchases her grandparents' inn, which she's always wanted to take over, but the inn is in some serious disrepair, so she gets some help from her childhood friend Matt, who used to have a crush on her. So they work together to refurnish this inn. There are some shenanigans with her grandmother's collection of angels, which sounds kind of fun but could be a little creepy. Next, I got Oh Christmas Night by Jane Porter. This one, the heroine is living the bookworm dream. She inherits a bookstore, so she moves to a small town in Montana to take it over. The hero is someone who wants to buy the bookstore from her, but she's like, heck no, I want to be the new owner. So she becomes the new bookstore owner of that small town. These next 3 were from Random House, 3 winter holiday reads. The first one is Let It Snow by Nancy Thayer, and then I got Christmas Shopaholic by the Sophie Kinsella. And then I got a Mrs. Christmas Miracle by Debbie Macomber. These 2 aren't really romances, but I think there is a love story in both of them. It's just not a romance, but it's very holiday-y, very family-oriented, probably set in a small town, and they're both pretty small. I didn't really know they made hardcovers in this smaller size. Christmas Shopaholic is part of the Shopaholic series, which I have never read, but I know my cousin loves it. I think I have watched like a movie too. I'm not really sure if you can read this one as a standalone. Probably. If you have read the series, let me know if I can just dive right in, because I think there are over 10 books in the series and I don't really have time for all of that. I have read some other Sophie Kinsella books though. I really love them, especially Can You Keep a Secret? The one that turned into a movie. I do want to do a Christmas book haul either later this month or in December of all the Christmas books that I got this year. So if you're interested in that, let me know. Next, I got a couple arcs from some publishers that I am so excited for. They're only 3, which is not that many, but this is good because I am always behind on my arcs. I got more finished copies from publishers than I got arcs last month. So first up, I got Winter Tales by Tiffany Rice. I talked about this one in my most anticipated November books. I love this author. Tiffany Rice is probably my all-time favorite erotica author ever. This one has some bonus stories, some Christmas bonus stories of her original Sinner series, which I love so freaking much. I have all of the books in the series, like up here, right there. Pretty sure I got all of them during like the buy one get one free Harlequin promotions. My friend Lisa, Remarkably Lisa on YouTube, she just bought 28 books for 36 bucks, which is so impressive to me. She does some amazing stuff with all the coupons that she gets. Also, Lisa, she wanted me to show what kind of pants I wear because I never show them in my videos. You only see me chest up. So there, Lisa, I wear these jeans like all the time. Take pictures with them. Back to this book. I am super excited for this. I love that series. I am so happy that Tiffany Rice is writing more in the original Sinner series. The next one next year is called The Priest, I think, about Soren, of course, the priest in the series. But yeah, the series is kind of sort of dark, but not really. It's like light dark. But it is erotica, BDSM. It's not necessarily a erotic romance because it's not like about one couple, but it is the heroine's story and like the people that she loves. There are people of all different sexualities in this series. It like combines love and BDSM and Catholicism in this incredible way. I am always so amazed by Tiffany Rice and her storytelling. If you haven't read her, you definitely should. Next, I got Gabriel's Promise by Sylvain Reynard. This is the next book, the continuation of the Gabriel's Inferno series. So it's still following Gabriel and Julia, but they're married now, they have a kid, and they live in Scotland. I'm really excited for this one. I wasn't sure that they had more stories to tell because that their book did end on a good note. Like a finale note, but I am excited to read this and I am looking forward to watching the movie of the first book. They just released like a kind of teaser trailer and the cast for the main characters. I'm a little iffy on Gabriel. Julia does look like she matches the character, but yeah, we'll see about that movie. And then I got one of my most anticipated reads of 2020. This is Marriage on Madison Avenue by Lauren Lane. This is the 3rd book in the Central Park Pack series. It can be read as a standalone just because they're all about different couples, but I really adore the first 2 books. Highly recommend them. They're pretty low on the Steam side though, so just beware. And this one, the whole series is about like these 3 women who were all cheated on by the same man, and then this book is the mistress of that man who died, and it's a friends to lovers romance. Her hero has been introduced in the series as her best friend, and I am so looking forward to this one. It is a fake marriage romance, fake engagement romance too. I love the cover so much. It is probably my favorite of the three. And then I got a bunch of books from publishers, all finished copies. First up, Berkeley, who's always too good to me, but these are the 4 books that I got from them. This one is Christine Feehan, Leopard's Wrath. I still need to read this author. She is one of the classic paranormal romance authors. She has the hugest backlist ever. I think she releases about 3 or 4 times a year too, so it's only getting bigger and bigger, her backlist. This one is a shifter romance, if you couldn't tell, with this leopard. And then I got the finished copy of The Romance Book Club by Alyssa K. Adams. This one I did like. It was really cute and really sweet. The second chance romance, and then the whole book club that the hero's baseball team forms. The only problem I had with it was just how meta it felt. Like it's explaining all of these tropes and what romance does for its readers, and that whole thing just kept pulling me out of the story, so I had a hard time like getting into it. But other than that, I really enjoyed it. I loved like the little story, the chapters about this historical romance that the hero in the book club reads. It's a really fun one. I think a lot of people will love it and have already loved it, and I'm really looking forward to the next book. And then I got Spun Out by Lorelei James. This is a cowboy single father romance. I have not read a cowboy romance in the longest time, but this one sounds amazing. The heroine was in the army, but now she's helping the hero take care of his 5-year-old daughter. The hero sounds like a very brooding single father, like no room for love in his life because all he wants to do is take care of his daughter and his cattle ranch. But of course the heroine breaks down his walls, all that good stuff. Really excited to read this one. It sounds so good. And then last from Berkeley is Not the Girl You Marry by Andy J. Christopher. This one is actually out today, Tuesday, November 12th. This one I actually started a couple chapters and then put it down and just haven't gone back to it yet. I do want to. I've heard some good and bad things about it. I'm hoping I'll love it just because I love the fake relationship trope, and the author is so funny on Twitter. I love her and her love for Chris Evans. And then Gallery Books sent me a finished copy of Christina Lauren's Twice in a Blue Moon. I freaking love that there's this little flap to it. The cover's gorgeous. Sadly, I did not love this book. It was okay, 3.5 stars, but the love story was pretty disappointing. I talk all about it in my October wrap up. I'll leave a link down below to that video. But yeah, this one was disappointing to me. I haven't really been loving Christina Lauren's recent releases because they're all feeling like women's fiction to me. Let me know your thoughts. I know a couple of you do feel the same way as me, but I am still crossing my fingers that their next book will be more romance heavy and steamy too, because they know how to write steam, and it's just so disappointing that they don't write it anymore. From Entangled, I got this hockey romance, Parental Guidance by Avery Flynn. I've heard amazing things about this book and this author. Her books are more on the rom-com side, like really funny, laugh out loud. In this one, it's a hockey romance. So the hero, a hockey player, he is in a video that goes viral. So now to clean up his image, he needs to go on 5 fake dates with the heroine. So it's a fake dating trope. Love that. The hero says that there's no naked fun, but of course I'm gonna expect them to break some rules. Avery Flynn is a new to me author. This is a sports romance, which I'm all about. So if you want more hockey romances in your life, check out this series. And then from Avon, I got a historical romance, An Angel in a Devil's Arms by Julianne Long. I have read the first book in the series. This is book 2. It was okay. The first book, it was like 3 stars. In this one, the hero is a duke's bastard son, so now he's somehow come back from the dead. Everyone thought he drowned in the Thames. So now he's back and he wants revenge and his stolen birthright. The heroine is someone who doesn't believe in love. I actually really like these kinds of heroines where the hero has to show the heroine that she is capable of love or loving again. I am not the biggest fan of this cover. Sometimes Avon just doesn't know how to use Photoshop. It's not the worst cover of theirs, but it's definitely not the best either. This cover model is just so incredibly pale. He kind of has like a corpsey look to him. Kind of scary. And then I got Irresistible Island from William Morrow. This is the third book in Paulina Simmons' End of Forever series. I actually got this one for an Instagram tour. This is like the third book in this star-crossed lovers romance, so not a standalone. I've heard amazing things about this author, about her Bronze Horseman book in that series. I know it's a favorite of so many romance readers, but that book in that series is humongous. I'm a little scared to read it. If you have read The Bronze Horseman, let me know what you think. Is it worth reading? And then I got The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern. I almost didn't think I was gonna get sent this, but then it came like a week before release date. It's probably one of my favorite covers of 2019. It's so freaking pretty. I love it. The inside is gorgeous too. Just look at these title page covers. I really want to read this soon, but I've kind of been in a book slump, so all I've been doing is rereading some old favorites. But this one is gonna be up soon for me. This one is all about fantasy worlds, pirates, sailing the seas, all that good stuff. And then I got a couple more Random House books. These three are non-fiction basically. This one is Ali Wong's book. She has like shows on Netflix that I still need to watch. She's a comedian and I've heard really great things about her shows. And then I had to get these two coffee table books, even though they're nothing that I read myself. But obviously Outlander I had to get. I love the show, except the latest season, season 4, kind of sucked. Wasn't a fan of that. And then Rachel Ray, this is her cookbook. I used to watch her cooking show when I was a kid, like Saturday or Sunday mornings all the freaking time. So this is kind of a nostalgia pick for me. I honestly haven't thought of Rachel Ray since I was 10, so looking forward to see what kind of recipe she has in this book. I love watching food videos on YouTube all the time, recipe videos. Do I ever make any of them? No, but I'm sure I'll enjoy looking through these recipes. This next one is not really a book, but it is book related. I actually had to sign an NDA for this, a non-disclosure agreement, to be sent this. It's a card game. It's Sarah J. Maas. This one is Embers of Memory, the card game, based off of the Throne of Glass series, which I have not read yet. I do want to eventually. But yeah, I had to sign a freaking NDA for this. That was the first time that ever happened. I said I was gonna open this up on my Instagram and then totally forgot about it. So let's open it up here. Oh wow. Interesting box. Instructions, I'm guessing. Series, reading orders. I have read the series, Court of Thorns and Roses series. I love it, although I only mainly just love book 2. And then the cards in this. Does anyone ever buy stuff like this? Like book related non-book stuff? So this says the Captivity deck. I love the artwork by Coralie so freaking much. I don't know who the heck these people are, but they look gorgeous. And then these are the numbered cards. Who do I recognize in this list of names? Dorian, I have heard this name before. Rowan, I have heard this name. And then a main character, I think, Aelin. These are the 2 decks in this card game. And then I got some books from some indie authors. First up is Beautifully Broken Spirit by Catherine Cowell. This one came with the prettiest book sleeve ever with my name on it. I really enjoy the small town romance series. This one is the brother's best friend trope, so if you like that trope, definitely check this one out. And then Claire Contreras sent Half Truths in this beautiful hardcover. I really enjoy this one. It's like romantic suspense, almost kind of thriller, but it is new adult set in college, all about these secret cults and this mysterious disappearance of one of the students there that the heroine is trying to uncover. This one also came with a gorgeous book sleeve. It is huge. which, you know, should fit this hardcover. And then Jasmine Miller sent The Husband Checklist. This one is a brother's best friend trope too. The heroine needs a place to stay and ends up rooming with the brother's best friend. This one is coming up on my TBR. I really want to read it soon. I love that the heroine has a husband checklist that I'm sure the hero doesn't fit, but of course he's going to prove her otherwise. And then I got Gypsy King from Devney Perry. I freaking love this cover so much. It's her first MC romance, the first in her new MC series, and I am actually on chapter 7 of this book. Have not finished it yet. I will continue with it sometime, just not really in a hurry to finish it right now, but I've been enjoying this one a lot. The heroine is a journalist and she's trying to expose the MC as a group of murderers. The hero is the leader of that motorcycle club, so he's not happy about that. These two have been going head to head and I've been really enjoying their chemistry and the banter between them. Next, I got Reaper by Larissa Ione. This is one of my favorite series ever, the Demonica series. Kind of sort of the Lords of Deliverance series. Both series kind of connect towards the end of the Demonica series, but this one I don't think you should read as a standalone. If you do want to, it's a continuation of the story from Azagoth. It's the same couple from that novella. The hero Azagoth is the Grim Reaper, and he fell in love with an angel in his book Azagoth. So this one is a continuation of what happens after. I think the heroine is pregnant in this one and now someone is trying to kill them. So Azagoth has some protecting to do. I love this series. It's one of my favorite paranormal romance series ever. If you haven't read it, definitely check it out. It's all about demons and angels and fallen angels. So good. This next one I honestly have no idea how I got. I'm thinking it's a giveaway win, but I don't remember ever winning this or even trying to win this. But I got Keeper by Amy Dawes. It's a sports romance, friends to lovers romance, and kind of sort of second chance. They were best friends and then they became roommates, and suddenly the heroine ditches him, leaves him, and moves to another country, but now she's back. It actually sounds really good and right up my alley, but I still don't know how I got this. And then finally, some books I got for myself. This one is Bane by LJ Shen. I've been slowly collecting the Sinners of Saints series. I have Ruckus far, so now I have Bane, which I'm happy to have. This is probably my favorite of the series. I mean, it's close with Scandalous, but I just really love this one. It was intense and angsty and really, really hot. Also, did you see LJ Shen is releasing a holiday-ish romance in the next few weeks? I am so excited for that one. Holiday, winter romance, LJ Shen sounds perfect to me. And then of course I had to get The Play by Elle Kennedy. This is my new favorite in the Briar U series. Demi and Hunter are my new favorite couple. I love them so freaking much. They are so much fun. So funny too. If you love new adult or you love sports romances, definitely read this one. I am crossing my fingers that Elle Kennedy is writing some more in the series, hopefully about Connor. And then I went to the used bookstore and got 3 books. This one is Joanna Lindsay. I have read her before and I kind of want to give her a second try because I really disliked the first book that I read from her. It was a little too rapey for me. The heroine in that one kind of had no spine, but this one sounds like she does. So hopefully I'll enjoy this one. It's a historical romance, a Regency, and the heroine, she recently just broke off her engagement because she didn't want to marry that guy and she wants to choose the guy she actually wants to marry. The hero is someone who helps her re-enter into society and helps her find all these marriage proposals, but of course he ends up wanting to marry her himself. I also really love the step back in this one. It looks so pretty. The second used book that I got is Only You by Elizabeth Lowell. I 95% got this because of this step back. Just look at this. It's amazing, isn't it? So this one is like all about treasure hunting and there's some kidnapping. The hero wins the heroine in some card game. So it sounds like a pretty wild adventure. And then last I got C.L. Wilson's Lord of the Fading Lands. This one I think might have been her first book. But I read The Winter King last month or 2 months ago. I liked her writing, but I didn't particularly love that book just because the romance was too slow for me. But I've heard really good things about this one. It's a fantasy romance. She writes fantasy romances, and this one has a fake king hero. We've got a dragon terrorizing this village, so I'm really excited for this one. So that is it for my October book haul. Let me know if you've read any of these, if you're looking forward to reading any of these. I'll leave a link to all the books in the description below. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!